Biggest cases we have been following for you could come to an end this week. In 2 days, Brendan Banfield will learn his fate. Thank you for being here with us at 5 o'clock. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
I'm Leslie Foster. The former IRS agent is facing a life sentence for murdering his wife, Christine, and a stranger named Joseph Ryan in the Banfield's Fairfax County home.
Yeah, so for the first time, we are hearing from one of Christine Banfield's closest friends ahead of the Friday sentencing.
It's a conversation you'll only see here on WUSA 9, and Matthew Torres joins us now here in the studio to bring it to us.
Hey, Leslie, it has been rare to hear from those who knew Christine Banfield, but this friend is coming forward to shed more light on who she was. He says Brendan Banfield's sentencing is not enough to ease the pain of losing a longtime nurse and mother known to improve the lives of those around her. More than 3 years after she was brutally killed by her own husband, Brad Garmon is choosing to remember the positive memories of his close friend and former co-worker, Christine Banfield.
She loved motherhood with her entire heart, and she brought that into her work.
In February, a jury convicted her husband, Brendan, of stabbing her to death in their bedroom. Prosecutors say he conspired with his lover and family au pair, Juliana Perez Magalhaes, to kill her. They created an account posing as Christine on a fetish website to lure a stranger named Joseph Ryan to their home and then frame him. Brendan claimed he and the au pair shot Ryan out of self-defense when he saw him harming Christine, but jurors didn't buy that story.
There is a daughter out there who now doesn't have her mother, and that is a lifetime of loss.
Garmon was in court for some of the trial. The defense suggested it was Christine who invited Ryan over. Since the trial, her family has said the lies told about her were just as painful as her death.
Descriptions of Christine throughout this trial have been so troubling because they are kind of in direct contrast to the woman that we knew and that we worked with, who was here to give of her entire self.
He says Christine was a beloved nurse at the pediatric ICU at Inova Fairfax.
I think that her loss as a sentinel of safety within the healthcare system is really unmeasurable.
He describes her as a passionate role model and backbone of their department, someone who improved the quality of life for employees and patients.
One thing that we learn is there are such things as a good death and a bad death, and Christine spent a career, decades, ensuring that people were provided with a good death. And so that, to me, is the thing that really sticks to myself, that she wasn't afforded that.
Sentencing for Brendan Banfield is scheduled at 11 a.m. Friday, but before then, his defense attorney is going to argue tomorrow why the judge needs to throw out his convictions. Banfield claims the prosecution made 3 errors during trial. And of course, we will be in court for that hearing and bring you the latest tomorrow. Leslie.
I don't know, hearing that friend just breaks your heart all over again, especially when he talks about the contrast about how people die and what happened to Christine. We often ask each other, what happened to the little girl, where she is now?
Yeah, so that's really, the public has been asking that question ever since this trial. There is a custody hearing that's happening currently. That little girl is now currently in the custody of Brendan Banfield's parents, who are living in that same home where this murder took place. It's something that neighbors have been clearly talking about, but that is still up in the air as far as what may happen down the road when it comes to custody.
Boy, yeah, that is tough. I'm really glad that we heard from Brad there, because the last we heard about Christine was from Brendan Banfield.
That's right. He got to have the last word about who she was and how she died.
Yeah, so glad we got that
Haunting
there.
details there at the end.
Matthew, thank you.
And of course,